I have tried the most 10 popular habits, from meditation to journaling, from reading to early wake ups, but only one of them made a real lasting impact. In this video, I will break down why most habits don't deliver results, what's the one habit that changes everything, and how to find your own difference making habit. First thing first, let's start with the problem. So, too many habits means too little progress. I was trying meditation, journaling, reading, waking up at 5, and by week 2, I was exhausted. I did not change. I went back to my old self. Why? Because good doesn't always mean effective, right? Let's break it down. Most habits we choose look good on paper. They make us feel productive, but when we zoom out, we realize that we're doing a lot and still we're not really moving forward. And even though we do the good habits, it still isn't making any difference. We are still the same. And that is the difference between busyness and progress. You're busy doing a lot of good things, but you're not really doing the right thing that will progress you, that will move you forward. So, too many good habits equals distraction from the right one. So, how do you know the difference between all of those good habits and that one single habit that's the right one? Here is a simple shorthand. A good habit makes you feel like you're working hard, while the right habit makes everything else easier, or even all of those good habits unnecessary. So that leads us to the truth. Not all habits are made equal. I realize some habits feel good, it looks good, but only one had ripple effects I could actually feel. And this kind of habits are known as keystone habits, which is a concept popularized by Charles Duhigg in The Power of Habit. For example, if you start exercising consistently, you're more likely to eat better, sleep earlier, feel better mentally, and even be more productive in a lot of ways. You see, one habit has five effects. So the goal isn't doing everything, it's about finding the right one. But what does the right habit in action looks like? Let's bring this down to earth. And speaking of finding the right opportunities, if you are a student looking for scholarships or universities abroad, you need help crafting a standout CV, or you want expert feedback on your motivation letter, I offer personalized consulting services to get you ahead. All for a small fee, you can get expert help. All you have to do is visit my website in the description. There, click on Book Now, and you fill the Google Forms. All the information is embedded in there, and I will take care of the rest because I have done this before. Now it's my turn to help you out. What does the right habit actually look like? Let's take three real world examples. First is students. Most students try to do everything, right? Take detailed notes, highlight textbooks, rewrite them, use 5 different apps to track progress or plan, and use a ton of AI tools to make studying easier, right? But one right habit, daily active recall or studying consistently every day, does more than all of that combined, right? Testing yourself regularly builds real memory, not just notes. Second is health. A lot of us, or let's say people, try meal prepping, supplements, cold shower, and a lot of gym routines, right? But with one keystone habit, like going to bed on time, none of it sticks. Sleep is the ultimate foundation to everything. Get that right, and you automatically eat better, feel better, and move more. You have the energy to do a lot of things. And three is productivity. You might be using like what? To-do lists, Pomodoro technique, planning apps, and productivity tools and hacks. But if you commit to just one deep work session per day, you will accomplish more than most people do in a full week. So, how do we find your right habit? Here is a 3 step method. Step one is to ask a simple question. What's that one habit that would make the rest easier or even unnecessary? Essentialism. What is essential and what cuts through the whole noise? Despite all of the good habits, what's that one thing that could replace all of those good habits? What forces you to stop thinking about, let's say, nice to have habits and focus on what's absolutely necessary for your current season of life. For example, if you're struggling with energy and focus, maybe sleep is the ultimate habit that unlocks everything. Again, if you're constantly procrastinating, maybe a 10-minute daily planning session of just 1 2 goals might just solve everything. Another is if you're drowning in a lot of tasks and you're overwhelmed, maybe starting the day with just one simple work might make all of the difference. So you're not chasing for more. You're identifying that one habit that gives you momentum, and that momentum will lead to motivation. Simple as that. So, step two is to audit your goals. Take a moment and write down only 1 to 2 goals for the whole month, or let's say for your whole semester. Just one or two. But not goals that sound good on Instagram, not what you think you should want, but what truly matters to you right now. Then reverse engineer that. What is that one habit, if done consistently, directly supports the goal? Say if your goal is about improving grades, the right habit might just be daily study sessions and revisions. Or if your goal is about getting mental clarity, the right habit might just be journaling every single day. See, you're more focused on building alignment and not just the activity. Now, the last step. Step number three, test and refine. Now that I've chosen a habit, test it. But here's the key, test only one and commit to it for the next 7 days. Then track how you feel, your focus, your motivation, your energy, your progress. And see if it is opening any doors, reducing friction, or just creating flow. If yes, double it down. If no, adjust and test it again. The right habit often feels like a small hinge that's swinging around a big door. It's not dramatic at first, but eventually over time, the leverage it creates is huge. So remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's leverage. And we are almost at the end of this video. So the key takeaway here is, for me, it took trying 10 habits to just find the right one. So pick one, just one, the one that moves the needle. Let it be small, let it be simple, and make it meaningful. But if you are still struggling to find motivation to study, here is a video of how I actually found the motivation to start studying. Feel free to check it out.